absurdly early question, but what are your earliest impressions of Josh Rosen so far?
I'd probably lump him in with the rest of the group. I mean, he works hard. He's just learning right now. He's a little bit. He came here a little bit later than the other guys got started, but he's working at it. Wouldn't you say, Jerry?
I'd agree with that. I think he's done everything we've asked him to do. He's prepared hard. We're only allowed to meet with him for a certain amount of time each day, and I think he's, based on his questions and everything, he seems to be in his playbook and studying. So that's all we could ask right now.
What can you take from his rookie season and the struggles that he had there with the Cardinals?
Yeah, I think he's got a clean slate here. I mean, he's in a new system with a different group of guys, and we're looking forward.
When you watch the film, what traits do you think work well into the offense that you're trying to install?
Well, I don't think there's any question. He's a talented guy physically, and it's just all the other parts of the game will come as time goes on, but and he's working at it.
You worked with a lot of young quarterbacks. How long does it take them to have the game speed up for them in terms of understanding and reading coverages and things of that nature?
Or the game slow down?
Slow down, sorry, yes.
Okay, yeah, it is real fast for everyone. But nevertheless, it varies. I've been around a while, and you don't ever lump them into categories. You don't make comparisons because they're all different, and they use what they have, and we try to look at them and use their traits, the things that they do well, to assist us in moving the ball.
I watched this film going back from UCLA and his rookie season. He looks effective in play action. I guess that comes from his college background. How much does the fact that he has a background in play action and behind center help in the development?
I think it's one of those things that this league is different. This league is different in a lot of different aspects, and it's because of one's familiarity in college does not necessarily translate. But I can just tell you that he's working at everything that we've had asked him to do, and I think he's progressing.
Now, you worked with a quarterback known for that cerebral nature, always asking questions, Peyton Manning, and Josh is known as a cerebral quarterback as well. What have you seen from him in terms of his ability to absorb what you're telling him, as well as questions that he might be asking you to fully grasp everything, not just what you're doing, but why you're doing it?
Well, I think Jerry could answer that question because he answered a portion of that just a minute ago, and also he's obviously worked with Tom Brady as well, so he's got some groundwork to compare it with.
I would just say, as a whole, we're pretty happy about our room. I think they're all working hard. Ryan, Jake, Josh, it's a really good group, and so you got to be on your game when you come in to present information to them, because they're going to have a lot of good questions as a whole, Josh included in that. So I could just tell those guys are studying hard and working hard at everything we ask them to do, and they're prepared. If you can kind of see the look in their face if you're going through something. They kind of turn their heads a little bit, and the question's coming. But I think that's a sign of them, just wanting to be sure and wanting to make sure they got everything down.
Now, he was a quarterback who was sacked 45 times last year, a big number. Is there a certain balancing act that you guys as coaches have in terms of maybe, for lack of a better term, building up confidence in a guy as young as Josh after what he went through?
I think Jim kind of hit it on the head in general with Josh when he said, we're kind of, once he got here, that's what we're working with. So what happened with him in the past, college pro, he's kind of got a clean slate here. So I think just in general with every guy, we're trying to, the best thing you can do to build confidence is get your nose in the playbook and learn the system. And it allows you to play faster, slow the game down, and that's probably the biggest things that they can do.
In your experience in evaluating a player, how much does his rookie season tell you about potential capabilities, that kind of thing? And how much is it just kind of scratching the surface?
Two-part. You want to take it?
Yeah, certainly looking at him in college and some of his stuff last year, it's hard to answer that in total because, we're not exactly sure what they're always telling him or asking him or what his responsibilities are in that offense. So, in order to get a full complement of what he could do, we kind of want to judge him in our system, I would say, first and foremost. And what else were you asking about that?
Well, how much do you throw that out? How much of it do you think How much does it tell you about a guy to see him play as a rookie? I mean, there's so much of a learning curve, it seems like.
There definitely is.
At that position in particular.
I think experience is a good thing. So the fact that he got to have the experience that he did on this level is a really good thing for him in terms of kind of understanding the speed of the game and all that. But other than that, like I said, it just, I don't know, we like his physical skill set, and that's part of the reason he's here to come in and compete with the rest of the guys.
And Jim, what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I think overall, you have to look at their whole body of work, and in this league, 1 year you can find guys that have a great year 1 year, and they disappear literally the next. It's the body of work over an extended period of time, and so he's just been through his first year, so he's working at it, and he's obviously trying to put himself to be in position to have a little bit better year than last year.
What did you see in him specifically, looking at film in 2018, even going back further than that, we can work with?
Well, I don't think there's any secret that he's got talent. I mean, obviously he's got physical talent, and he's also very smart. So anytime that you have a guy that has that kind of those kind of characteristics, is a good thing. But also you have to keep in mind that everybody in that room has it as well. I think obviously Fitz has been around a long time, smart guy, works at it. Jake is the same way. He's been working at it, been in the league a little bit. So it's a great room in that regard. Jerry and I have just an unusual opportunity to coach three real smart guys that have ability. But we all have a long way to go.
When you're having this competition with the quarterbacks, is there a concern about getting them equal time with the same weaponry, or developing chemistry with players like Kenny Stills or that nature?
Well, I think that one of the things that we try and do is try to get each and every guy as good as we possibly can, whatever that takes. And sometimes it varies, but overall, I think they're doing a good job competing. They're working at it. They're being evaluated, obviously, on every snap, and I think they enjoy that challenge.
If I could ask both of you about that evaluation, like an offensive lineman, we don't really know. That's the bottom line. But a quarterback.
Are you saying we because you used to be an offensive lineman,
no,
or we
I don't
as
know.
a reporter? Okay.
I have no idea. There is stuff that they could be doing that I don't see.
Mm-hmm.
But with a quarterback, kind of everybody sees. Is it going to be as simple as whoever plays better, that's the guy, or are there other factors that you'll be evaluating to decide?
Yeah, I think the first and foremost is we're just trying to get each guy better in our offense right now. And that's the understanding, that's the mental part of it. I think that's a process that takes time. Certainly OTAs, training camp, we're excited to get to OTAs next week for all those guys to see what they could do. I think they'll all be working in with similar guys and getting, probably pretty much equal reps with everybody. And then eventually, we'll just see how they develop and how they go. I mean, I think it'll kind of let the process come to us and see who's playing well.
And what role do intangibles play? Leadership, how guys respond to a guy, stuff like that.
Oh, that's really all part of it. I think Coach Flores will take a look at that and make some determination. Chad will as well, as he looked at the guys that best reflect what we want to do and is able to get it done. The intangibles are important. All three guys obviously are quality people that are smart people that are very capable physically, and so we got a great group to work with. A lot of competition in that room.
Both of you guys, do you guys go in with a plan, and then maybe you see something from a guy that, hey, we might be able to do some different things? I'm sure, like, before you picked up Josh Rosen, there was a certain plan in place for the offense. How much does it change depending on which guy's in there?
I think right now, in this phase, especially being a new staff, we're really just trying to focus on installing the core concepts of our system, protection, schemes, run game, basic information, and so that's what's really important right now. And then as we get developing here in the next couple of weeks, maybe some of that starts to take shape, like this guy could do this a little bit, this guy could do that a little bit, and then we'll start to build it. That's probably more game plan specific, I would say.
How far along?
You've been around quarterbacks for a long time. Does anything jump
Are you
off?
saying what are you saying about me?
I got a lot too.
Experience.
When you first see a guy, just like, let's say, like in Rosen's case, does something jump off right away when you see him? Most times with quarterbacks, you'll see something right away that you can say, okay, here's a different little niche.
You know, one of the things about the National Football League is the fact that you have so many different types of quarterbacks that play in this league, and they all have something unique about them. There's a uniqueness that I think makes a difference for them, and everybody has their own characteristics. As we mentioned before, just talking about all of the quarterbacks in our room, they're smart, they have physical talent, and they're working at really the core concepts of what we're trying to get taught and trying to improve and put themselves in the best possible position to compete.
How far along are the quarterbacks in terms of learning your playbook, and Josh coming along later in the game compared to the other guys? Has he caught up, or where is he in that?
I think he's in the process of catching up. He's certainly not caught up to everybody, probably quite yet. But I think we took the right approach with that. I don't think he's going to catch up in a week and a half time, but if we take a little bit longer view, hopefully by the next couple of weeks he's there, but you can certainly see signs of progress of that from him.
Yeah, part of the reason I ask is I think I saw a reference where one of his teammates at UCLA said he learned the playbook in like 3 days over there. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but he's doing a good job so far.